What's going on, guys? Billy here, and today I've got a quick update to share with you on drone registration. Now, just as a quick timeline, in late 2015, the FAA first introduced this registration process for anyone who owned a drone that weighed between 0.55 pounds and 55 pounds. Essentially, you went onto their website, handed over some of your information and $5 in exchange for a registration number, and you needed this registration number to fly legally in the United States. All of this changed in May of 2017 when the District Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia decided that the FAA's registration rule violated Section 336 of the FAA Modernization and Reform Act of 2012. This act prevented the FAA from creating any rule or regulation regarding model aircraft. So in short, drone registration was thrown out the window and the FAA was giving refunds to anyone who registered their drone. Fast forward to today, December 13th, 2017, President Trump has just signed the National Defense Authorization Act for 2018, which brings the FAA's drone registration rule back into effect. Technically, this happened yesterday on the 12th, but I'm making this video on the 13th, so as of right now, you do have to register your drone with the FAA. Now, it's not like the president literally sat down and signed something regarding just drone registration. It was part of a much larger act, that National Defense Authorization Act, which I'm not going to go into much detail about on this channel because I'm not a politics channel. But what I am interested in talking more about is drone registration, as there's a pretty big gap between May of 2017 and December of 2017, where a lot of people who purchased drones did not register through the FAA. The first thing I want to do is show you where to register yourself with the FAA. Now, all we need is an internet connected device, so you could use your cell phone if you wanted to. You could also use your iPad, but in my case, I'm going to be using my computer, as it's just the easiest way to input your information, at least I think so. So what we'll need to do is jump into a web browser of our choice. For me, I'm going to use Safari, and simply Google FAA drone registration. Now, once we look that up, it's going to give us a couple of different options here, and as you can see at the top, some of these say ad next to them. They're like advertisements, and if we click on these, which I've done before and I've kind of taken a look at, it's not an actual FAA affiliate website. Like, it's not FAA.gov. So they want to actually handle your drone registration for you. I would not recommend doing this. Look for one that says FAA.gov. So right here, this one says SUAS registration, register my UAS.FAA.gov. That's how we know this is going to be a legit website. So once we open this up, this is what it should look like. This is kind of the beginning of your registration process. And if you guys can't find this on your Google search, I'll throw a link in the description just in case if you're like afraid you may use the wrong website. But this one right here, the link that I'm going to put in the description is going to be the correct website. From here, all you need to do is go ahead and click register, create an account, and then from there, input some of your information, pay your $5, and at the end, it'll give you a registration code, which you should affix to your drone in some way. How you actually attach this to your drone is totally up to you. I know some people will actually write it with marker, although I don't like to go down that direction because I like to kind of keep my drones as nice and pristine as possible. So what you could also do is actually take your FAA registration card, print it out from the FAA website, and tape that inside of the battery compartment of your drone. I find that to probably be the best method, so you don't have to go ahead and totally write your registration number all over the outside of your drone. Another thing I do want to mention is that if you're someone like me who has multiple drones, you don't need to go through and make separate accounts for separate drones. It's one registration number that actually attaches to the pilot itself. So it's going to attach to me. Like, that registration number is my registration number. It's not a single registration number for a single drone. So again, that's something that's a little bit confusing. They actually might even get you there. Like, you'll go and you'll pay the $5 for each separate drone. You don't need to do that. It's one registration number per pilot. Also, something that I probably should have mentioned in the beginning of this video, it doesn't matter what kind of pilot you are, whether you're going to be flying recreationally or commercially, you do have to go through this registration process, and you also kind of have to do a couple of other things if you're a Part 107 holder. But if you're someone who's just flying for fun, don't worry about it. You still have to do this registration process, but you don't have to worry about the Part 107 side of things. But guys, that wraps up this short update video on drone registration. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to register your drone to fly legally in the United States under the FAA. But I would like to hear what you guys have to say about drone registration. I personally think it's really nothing all that bad. I mean, you do have to pay the $5. It kind of seems like a money grab. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to make sure everyone is flying safe. And also, at the end of the day, the FAA is on your side. They're not out there looking to get you. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoy the video. And as always, I'll talk to you later. Peace.